sports analysis.
Entertainment reviews, and everything in between. Yo, what's that word? 12 Inning Podcast, episode 75. How y'all doing tonight, my boys?
Good, doing good.
Good. They're doing quite well. So again, how we begin every pod. Don't do it. What happened?
That boy looking fresh.
Hey, you know, I just woke up. You feel me? But hey, don't rob me. Anyway, how we start off every pod with a Reddit warm up. Interested here tonight. Again, just clicked on the app, and it's The Punisher is coming after you. Choose one movie character to help you. No powers, magic, robotic tech, Marvel, DC, or anime characters allowed. Who would y'all pick and why?
You said the Punisher's coming after us,
Correct.
and we can pick somebody with no weapon. No abilities, basically.
Yeah, no type of abilities.
Jeez.
No robotic tech, none of that type of stuff.
Batman.
You said what?
Batman.
Oh, no Marvel, DC, none of those guys.
Oh, I was gonna say. Yeah. Damn. That's tough.
Yeah.
The police.
Hey, the police by.
Give me John Wick.
John Wick. That's fine.
Give me John Wick. We already know what that boy can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denzel from The Equalizer.
It was one of them two for me. But we already know what John Wick can do, man. That man wicked with the gun. Top flight, if we want to call it. And just it don't seem like man finna die anytime soon. He's not only good with the weaponry, good fighter, he's very intelligent. Pretty much an equal match, I would think, for the Punisher. So I'll take my chances with John Wick.
For sure. What about you? You still want to think about it, Brian?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Denzel. That boy gonna try to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hit him with his movie line. Look, you gotta see this real quick, son. He gonna pause him real quick, distract him, and then we're gonna take him down. You know what I'm saying? Denzel, easy.
Once that boy look at the watch and start that timer, you already know what time it is.
What? Shit. There's two people that came to mind for me, but I'll make it quick for both of these. The first is my boy. I can't forget Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious. It's all about family. That boy ain't gonna never lose no fight.
I'm crying.
He ain't gonna never take no ass whoopings. But definitely Vin Diesel. I forgot his name in the Fast and Furious movie. Dom. Definitely got to do with my boy Dom. And then
Dom be sparing the supervillain too much, man.
Yeah, well,
sparing him too much in the fight.
Nah, if he can distract folks and let me get away, it'll be straight. Because I know he gonna get away.
And know how to drive.
What?
We definitely getting up out of there.
And James Bond. I don't know which one, but definitely James Bond. Gotta have 007 on the squad.
Yeah. You got your back.
In the comments, let us know who y'all will pick. It's a tough question, honestly. And just to rehash it, but give y'all a chance. Is the Punisher coming after you? Who would you pick? Movie character? No powers, magic, robotic tech, Marvel, DC, or anime characters are allowed. Get in the comments below. Moving on to our first topic, we can start off with the NFL attempting to take over Christmas. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Not gonna happen. It belongs to basketball. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure y'all been watching basketball Christmas Day since growing up. I've been watching it. And And frankly, looking at because of the matchups for this year, I don't really think the matchups this year are going to be that interesting. If I'm not mistaken. That's for now. That's what I have to say about it.
The NFL, they definitely trying to do some new things. I mean, I don't really think it's gonna work. Only pull I'll see they can get is the halftime show, and that's Beyonce. Other than that, people gonna be clicking back on to the basketball games. I mean, not many people are really interested. I mean, a lot of teams anyway been blowing up people's cars this year, so a lot of players have just been checked out. But I don't think they're going to be able to take over that slot from them. It's just been something that they've been doing for years. You know what I'm saying? You think of NBA, for me personally, I think of that basketball commercial. Don't mess this up. Do, 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 do. Them boys shooting the rock, making that thing.
Oh yeah,
But
that was
Christmas
hard.
Day, Christmas
yeah,
Day jerseys.
that's my
Yeah.
Christmas NBA. Like as soon as that NBA come around, I think of that commercial every single time.
Yeah, that's definitely the GOAT NBA commercial, in my
That
opinion. Well,
But go ahead.
now what you about to say?
I was gonna say because it's kind of the same thing. You know, how NFL got Thanksgiving. Basketball ain't gonna take Thanksgiving away from the NFL. If we being real. It's like tradition type thing. So
exactly.
The reason y'all watch the show and y'all like the show because we have disagreements. Honestly, I disagree with both of my gentlemen here. And what I have behind that, and I'll make this quick, not to overtalk, but Netflix has 283 million subscribers. Of those subscribers, 53% are women. Obviously, um, if your platform is based off of, well, heavily built off of the women demographic, you're going to need to bring in something a lot of women are interested in. And obviously, that's Beyonce, the Queen Bee. On the halftime show, I do think the NFL games are super intriguing. You got the Steelers who are leading the division, and also the Chiefs, who I believe are also leading their division. They just lost their first game, so they're leading their division, clashing on Christmas Day. You got Patrick Mahomes with the Swifty, Patrick Mahomes. But I forgot the tight end's name, but he's dating Taylor Swift. It's crazy. I know Taylor Swift name, and I don't know the tight end name, and I'm a sports guy. Travis Kelce. And then the next game,
how they pronounce it. It's Kels.
For sure. And then in the next game, you got Texans at the Ravens or vice versa, which is another intriguing game. And also Christmas, in my opinion, is more of a women's-based holiday. That's another reason why I think the NFL went out of their way to say, we're going to take over this holiday and we're going to bring a large women-based type entertainment scale to the day. Y'all can do, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all think Christmas is more of a women's or men's holiday? I asked somebody this earlier.
It would be a child's holiday, but
yeah, I'm being real. That's what I base Christmas off, making my kids happy. So I think it's more of a child first type of holiday. But as far as like women and men, as far as from my experience, I can say I give and I receive on Christmas. So there's no distinction between that besides the kids who get way more than actually they give, obviously. But
for sure,
definitely, it's more just the kids thing. Like they should be the focal point. It's all for them. I mean, they the ones with the whole, the imagination of
no volume, a little low.
I said they're the whole, belief of Santa Claus, things like that. So they're the ones that invest in this holiday. It's their whole thing.
I feel it. I just probably think of it more so in the sense of it's like I feel like men spend majority of the bread. Like, of course, I think about making my kids happy and my family happy, but a part of me really be thinking like, damn, bro, I just spent a shit ton of money. but it is what it is though. But as far as how it relates to the NBA, real quick, NFL usually shoots on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. This year, Christmas is on a Wednesday. So that's another reason why I feel like the NFL is going out of their way to shoot on a day which they never shoot on to try to take over that viewership from the NBA. Plus, there's really no comparison. If it's an NFL game on, an NBA game on, if you're just doing a US base, the NFL is always going to win that ratings war. It's always going to win that. But moving on, who do y'all have as the Heisman this year? We'll start with you, Byron.
So far, me personally, I feel like Dylan Gabriel, he's been playing phenomenal out there in Oregon. Those boys are 11-0. They've been playing some pretty good games. Let me go check out the schedule real quick.
And it's their first year in the Big Ten?
Yes, sir.
They're
top Big Ten right now. 6 home wins, 5 away wins in a new conference. Bringing their new high power, that speed kills. That's their whole, thing. I mean, they played against another guy on this Heisman watch list at Boise, and they beat them. They played Ohio State, top team in the league, beat them. They're playing all these good teams, and he's performing over and over and over again, showing that he's very elite. Over 3,000 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, 6 picks. His QB yards 84.2. Seventh out of all quarterbacks in college. Shit ton of quarterbacks in college, and he's still top 10. He's playing his game. Got some wheels on him. I didn't even know he was that fast. The first couple times I watched him play, he had some really good decent speed, makes great decision making. Good ball placement, accuracy. Is a little getting better and better each game as he grows. And I feel like he's definitely one of these top guys in college.
Definitely one of the most polished, I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. I had to give it up to my dog Khalil too. I can't really see it right now, but do believe that's a Nike tag. I do believe it's the third show in a row. My dog has won a different Nike jacket, so I just want to shout out the swag to my dog real quick.
I'm crying.
You know what I'm saying? I had
it's
to know
cold in this house, man.
I feel you. But hey, my dog got varieties when it comes to it. I'll go second. Real quick. I had Ashton Genty, 256 attempts, so they is running that boy into the ground. 1,893 yards. That's an average of 190 yards a game. 26 touchdowns rushing, 7.4 yards a carry, and it's 27 total touchdowns scored. He scored 27 of the 45 total touchdowns for Boise State this year, which is 60%. Insane statistics there. Boise State is 9-1 this year. In 2 days, well, from recording this is Wednesday. So I believe on Friday they're going to be playing Wyoming, which is 2-8. And I expect him to pierce over 2,000 yards in that game. We haven't seen yards like this in college and overall dominance of an offense and of a team in a very, very long time. Barry Sanders-esque, Darren McFadden-esque, Derrick Henry-esque. And I'm tired of quarterbacks winning the award, but I think Dylan Gabriel is very deserving, and who I'm sure Khalil might talk about. And one final thing on this, they did lose to Oregon, but Oregon was at home, and it was only by 3 points. A loss is a loss, but Boise State is a dominant team this year, and honestly, you can say that Ashton Genty is a dominant player this year. And I expect to see him in New York, but I think it's going to be a tight race.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely a playoff team, a college football playoff team.
So, can't lose to Wyoming. Ain't lose to Wyoming.
So I got the one and only Travis Hunter, obviously. Some tight Heisman race between these three. But honestly, I think these are the top three that it could possibly go to. I don't really see any other quarterback besides maybe the quarterback from Indiana being anywhere here. But Travis Hunter, just some stats: 74 receptions for 911 yards, 9 touchdowns. His average reception yards is 12.3 per reception. Defensive side, 3 interceptions, 9 passes defended, 1 forced fumble, 23 tackles. I know his tackles aren't too high, but what I like to think of it as is if he doesn't have that many tackles, that means they ain't throwing the ball to his side that much. And then just a little bit off of the stats, he's top 15 in receiving yards a game, top 10 in receptions, and this is in all of college football. Top 10 in touchdowns, tied top 4 in interceptions, and tied top 6 in passes defended. He averages about 116 snaps a game for Colorado, which is about 81% of their snaps. And another big reason why is their schedule and their record. They haven't played any real pushover teams this year. Looking at their schedule, they played a few teams that were ranked at one point in the season. And the leap that they've taken this year to go from like a 4-5 win team last year to being 8-2 with a legitimate chance to make the college football playoffs if things start to go their way. I believe they play Kansas this upcoming week.
That's a dub.
Yeah, should be a good game because I think Kansas just knocked off Kansas State or something like that.
BYU.
BYO. Yeah, there it is. But what was I going to say? They have one of the most high-powered offenses, Colorado does, in the nation. And Travis Hunter is a big part of that. Like I said, you can't knack him playing both sides of the ball and being good on both sides of the ball. So with him being good on both sides of the ball, I think kind of gives him a little bit of an upper hand opposed to the other two.
I can see that for sure.
I respect it. I just think that
1% of a team's snaps is insane.
Yeah, he's having a. To be honest, I think what Travis Hunter is doing is more impressive than what Charles Woodson did back in the day for Michigan. Just because, I believe Charles Woodson is a better defensive player than Travis Hunter is. But if you weigh what Travis Hunter is doing on offense versus the two, I think Travis exceeds him because he's the leading receiver and number 1 DB on the team, which is unheard of before. That's why if they gave it to Travis, like I really wouldn't be like mad at it, even though he has a great quarterback throwing to him, great college QB throwing to him. The fact that he's doing it on the other side at an elite level when he's arguably a better prospect as a DB, that says a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised. All of these guys are having historic seasons for sure. Moving on. And y'all submit who y'all think is leading in the Heisman race or somebody who we forgetting. I know Miami fans might have something to say about their guy, even though, our next topic would be ownership. Owners getting involved in making team staff decisions. Do y'all have any examples of that, or do y'all feel like that's a good or a bad thing? We'll start off with you, Chalil.
Honestly, when I think of ownership or the owners of a team, I think of, they're the guys with the money makers. It's very rare that an owner that buys the team of a sport has good intellect and IQ of that sport. And that's just from, a GM position, owner position, anything. As far as when it comes to making decisions for like a team, like signing, trades and everything, I believe they hired staff to do that. So they should let the staff and trust the staff to do that. Because I just believe once owners start getting involved with players and feelings and everything start getting involved, you can get a situation like what happened with the Clippers, with everybody coming out trying to say the owner was racist, all this and that. So I think it's better to just they can put their input in, but it kind of watch from afar, and just trust their guys that they hired to make the decisions. That's what's best for the team, or to make decisions that are going to be the best for the team.
Nah, I'm right there with you. Owners, like, they sign the checks, man. They sign the checks. You hired all the right people. I mean, you got enough money to hire all the right people to know what they're doing. And if you're gonna be involved in these situations, what's the purpose of you hiring these people? I mean, you can S Jerry Jones type style and just hire your son, hire whoever, and then you run everything. And then you see how that's going. Um, but owners definitely should not be if also what Khalil said, if they're not into it of what their sport is, they definitely shouldn't be making those decisions because then a whole lot of things can get messed up. End up, a lot of people losing their jobs. These people got their families. Hire the people that you know knows what they're doing. Step to the side. Let your organization be ran. If you hire the right people, y'all can be a dynasty or whatever situation y'all in. Y'all can get good. But if not, you start stepping in. You can be the Jets.
Facts. Oh shit, facts.
In everything for some reason, and we all messed up. We're firing coaches left and right. These people got families, man, and you hire these people to do a job, and you're not even letting them do their job.
Shit. The interim coach is just as bad as Saleh, if you ask me.
People walking on shells, man. It's
Worse,
crazy.
in my opinion, honestly.
Yeah, he definitely worse than Saleh, sure. And I definitely would Saleh to get the hell up out of there.
Yeah. Real quick, Byron, before I do mine, how you feel about them letting Joe Douglas go? The Jets.
I was conflicted a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I was conflicted a little bit because I think we had an off camera discussion about how I felt about his last couple of picks that he's been making. Picking up Williams, the Williams brothers, Sauce, and all these guys hitting on these picks, just hitting. And then these last couple picks that he's had has not been as great. But I mean, I feel like with those couple picks, those superstars that we have on the defensive side, on the offensive side, that he's handpicked and chose and helped elevate our team. I feel like he was definitely doing a good job, and I don't know where that kind of came from of him getting fired. But like I said, organizations make dumb decisions all the time, and we're leading in it. So hey,
I feel it. I feel it. And I agree. And I especially agree with what both these gentlemen said about ownership being involved in decision-making process. You hire the guys for a reason. As a matter of fact, I 100% agree with them. I won't even add to the reasoning because I 100% agree with what they said, and it would be just me regurgitating what they said. But I did have a prime example, and the big one was Al Davis, the late great Al Davis, the Oakland Raiders. I just wanted to list off. So Al Davis had a thing with speed. He believes speed before everything is, it's a decent strategy. It's hard to guard fast people, especially on the football field at certain positions. But I just want to list off some of his picks in their 40 times just to get into how involved he was speed wise. So he drafted Darren McFadden, who's a great running back for Arkansas, 4.33. Darius Hayward Bay, who was a 4.3 guy. Jacoby Ford, who was a 4.28 guy. DeMarcus Van Dyke, who was 4.28. Tawan Jones, who was a 4.33. And his final draft pick was Terrell Pryor, former quarterback for Ohio State, who ran a 4.36. He was also famous for drafting Jamarcus Russell, obviously that was not a speed guy, um, probably a speed eater. But but yeah,
I
Al
still think about
Davis.
that fucking 60, 70-yard off the ass throw pause. No diddy. Him throwing the ball. Bro, that was crazy. I would have signed him for that too. Ain't gonna lie. It was crazy, but it was nice though. So, hey,
Yeah,
DeMarcus Russell,
for sure.
he got a whole bag. First, I think he was one of the first players to get a fully guaranteed contract coming in.
That boy got a full guarantee. Oh, he
Yeah,
was out here then.
yeah.
Yeah, he did. He
They
definitely got that
paid up
bag.
for that bag.
Yeah, he definitely got that bag, though. So no
Yeah,
hate. I'm a
no,
hey,
nothing.
we gonna crack jokes, but ain't no hate. That boy a trillionaire around this bitch.
You like that? You like that?
For sure. Um, but yeah, real quick before we get into third 12 any bets and wrap it up, I did want to ask y'all a quick question, a surprise when I ain't want to give none of us time to like really think about it. Who y'all think had the best debut rap album ever?
That's
Or let
debut
me
rap.
not say who had the best. Who is y'all favorite debut rap album ever? Which could be the same thing.
I'll let you go, see.
I need to think about this, man.
Um, the Carter. For me, personally,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my first albums I remember picking up. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Wayne on that bitch, standing with the city behind him, with the
Yeah,
dreads, the little dreads at the time.
for
Hit
sure.
that thing up, you know what I'm saying? This is the Carter. To hold on to your teenage daughter. He was snapping on that bitch. Manny Fresh was the producer on that thing. You know what I'm saying? All the fresh beats. Beats went hard. I couldn't think of no best rapper alive for me personally.
I respect that. Sheesh. I'll go get Khalil some time to think. Personally, I would go with Illmatic. Nas is in my top three rappers of all time. I just think the Illmatic like revolutionized the game. Came out of '94. Everything after that, you could tell it was influenced by it. First rap album at the well, it modernized rap album as far as having one producer and one artist, and a lot of people end up doing that, doing it after that. Even Pac did it the next year with All Eyes on Me, with of course having Dre on a lot of those, not all of the beat selection and stuff like that. But Illmatic was dope as hell to me. It's a classic for sure.
Um, I'm gonna have to say because it's an album I still listen to. Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent.
Mm.
Man had me singing Candy Shop at like 6, 7 years old, whatever the hell it was. Not even knowing what he was talking about, knowing all the lyrics. And then he had Eminem on there. I think it was Nate Dogg, Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Just the different types of features he had on it. And this was really like an era where 50 Cent was that guy. Like there was no matching 50 Cent. Every hood dude wanted to be 50 Cent. They dressed like 50 Cent. Man had his G Unit coming out, his G Unit merch. My stepfather had a pair of them G Unit shoes.
I wanted some. I ain't
I
gonna
was
cap.
rocking that.
Fifth
I had the
grade, I wanted some
jacket,
G Unit
the
shoes.
shoes,
Yeah.
the whole fit.
I wanted a
Like,
bulletproof
yeah,
vest just because folks said he was
Bulletproof
rocking
do-rag.
that.
video
Yeah.
game.
Man had the video game. He had the
Yeah, I had the
movie,
video
bro.
game.
All in
Top of
like
shit.
it was really an era where 50 Cent was that dude, bro.
Yeah.
If you wasn't messing with 50 Cent, people really beat you up for that.
Yeah.
In 2000s, 50 was, yeah.
Like I said, and then you got 21 Questions. I listened to that jump
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say every day, but
To
frequently.
this day.
To this day, facts.
Yeah, bro, like frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye also had a fire ass debut album. I think was it Late Registration or was it College Drop? I think College Dropout was his debut album. But
Oh,
that
They
was a
yeah.
both
fire one
good.
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
They definitely top five for sure for me.
for sure. With that, we'll move on to give y'all a little bit of third 12 inning bets. See what my guy Khalil has to say about that.
Get that money.
Load up, golly. Well, Right now, the Steelers getting whooped on by the Browns. So I can tell you that pick was going to be wrong. But I think a lot of these games are givens for this week. We got a lot of under 500 teams going against like teams that are top 2 in their division. First one, we got the Dallas Cowboys against the Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott's hurt. That's pretty much a given to me. The Dallas Cowboys cannot get their offense moving or grooving it for anything. Commanders there. We got the Lions versus the Colts. Lions have been probably playing the best football of the season on both ends of the ball. And I don't see anything the Colts can do stopping them, so I'm taking Lions money line there. Got Chiefs versus the Panthers. That's another given, I think. This one has everything matchup-wise to be a good game with the Vikings and the Bears. And it's at Chicago. But once again, we don't know what Bears team we're going to get. So I'll take the Vikings in that game happily.
Bears just fired their OC too. So they're kind of in flux right now as well. I think they got a sorry record too.
I mean, they just
coach is fired.
They just had a good game against the Packers, but then they got their ass beat by the fucking Patriots. So it's like got Dolphins and Patriots. Patriots have been playing better, but the Dolphins have been playing better as well. I think the Dolphins, even though it's probably too late for them to make the playoffs, they're finally getting into their stride. Everybody's probably looking like they're getting on the same page, especially offensively. Taking the Dolphins there. Giants versus Buccaneers. Who Giants got starting? Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, third string safety? Give me the Bucs and Baker Mayfield for that one.
Starting fullback.
Got Titans and Texans. I feel like it's another given. Going with the Texans. And then you got the Broncos and the Raiders, which I feel the Raiders have a top 3, top 5 defense in the league, or the Broncos, I mean. Raiders probably have a bottom tier offense. I think their defense eats the offense alive throughout this game, and I think the Broncos win convincingly with that. Especially Bo Nix is playing way above what I thought he'd be playing at.
That boy won player of the week. Offensive. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then what I think has the potential to probably be the best game of the week, the Cardinals and the Seahawks. I think it's 2 evenly matched teams. Kyler Murray's probably, with his team in playoff contention, he's probably up there somewhere, I would say, in the top 5 in MVP. And he's playing his best football he's played in his career. Geno Smith's coming off finally beating the 49ers. Blowing my parlay last week. I appreciate you, Geno. But with this one, it's tough. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Just haven't seen too much consistency from the Seahawks, which is why their record shows what it is, which is I think it's like 500 or something like that.
This is a vision game too, right?
Yep,
for sure.
It's in Seattle too, so I expect it to be close throughout. You got Packers and 49ers. 49ers are underdogs in this one, surprisingly. Especially, Julian Love's battling through injuries. I don't think he's a full 100%. I think what this game depends on is the pressure that the 49ers D-line will get on Julian Love and onto their run game. And that all depends on if Nick Bosa is going to play, because I know he winded up leaving the game last week. And once he left the game, that's kind of what fueled the Seahawks comeback. So with this one, I would take the San Francisco 49ers spread, which I would take them at +7, which isn't anything too crazy, but it's not, it's not a total loss. And then we got the Eagles and the Rams. Gonna go Eagles with this one. I feel like everything they're doing is gelling right now. Rams, they're a good team, but I just think the Eagles have more talent-wise, and it's just going to be too much for the Rams to handle.
Did the Eagles just have a big win recently? Oh yeah, against the Commanders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they beat the Commanders by like double digits or something like that.
Yeah. They're looking good.
And then last game, which is a Monday game, is Ravens and Chargers. Chargers have a great run game. Chargers have a great defense. But Ravens are coming off of a week where I think they put up 15 points or some shit like that. I mean, how many?
Huh? No, I was just flagging.
I was about to say, because I know the Steelers put up 18 points to win that game. The Steelers put up like 6 field goals or something like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like Lamar and the Ravens are going to come out with something to prove. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game isn't close. Like, I don't want to be surprised if it's a 2-score, 3-score game.
I don't think the brother will want to beat the other brother like that, like John, or want to beat his brother like that. But you never know.
It is a brother-brother matchup.
Yeah, because of his brother. Fact. Because of his brother, he might want to beat him like that.
I'm trying to get him down.
And I don't know. I know the Ravens got a good record, and I think the Chargers on a bit of a winning streak. So I know this is going to be big as far as like home field advantage and the seeding and stuff like that. And you said you had the Ravens?
Yeah.
Sure. I feel you. I would take the Ravens in that one too. All right, y'all, boy. Appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the video. Let us know what y'all think. Comment on the topics, and we out of here.